Mr. Hugh Jackman.
Oh, wow.
You were born to
Yes.
play this part.
Thank you.
Don't you think?
It was created around me. So if I can't pull this one off, then I really have to rethink my career. And yes, it does play into a lot of my strengths. My mum, I just had lunch with my mum. And she said, you know, Hugh, when you were very little, I used to give you advice because you used to stand on the chair and you were the youngest at the time and you were screaming. And I said, you do not have to stand on a chair and yell to be noticed. And then she said, I take it all back. I was wrong. So yes, this is the more hammy side of me, singing, dancing, and it's a story that I love. And,
it's an amazing story. What a man ahead of his time.
100%.
Really ahead of his time.
P.T. Barnum, I think, we would describe him today as a disruptor.
Yes.
I think back then there were other names for him. Most people didn't like him. People liked him, but the establishment didn't like him. Arts back then was to elevate. It was a little stuffy, a little boring for most people. It was certainly a lot of opera, Shakespeare. If it was a play, it'd have to be a moral play. And he was like, can we just have some fun? Like, what happened to having fun?
Yeah.
And the quote of Barnum's that we actually use in the movie, that the noblest art is that of making others happy. And that's what this movie is about.
It's sheer escapism.
Yeah.
In the best possible sense.
Yeah.
And particularly this time of year. You know, when I go to see these films, it's all with these hardened critics, and you know what they're like. They were all smiling.
I know.
Every single one of them. They were coming out whistling the tunes. That's the thing. You go out knowing the tune, and that doesn't happen very often.
It is really difficult to ask an audience to hear 10 songs for the first time and to go out singing them and, you know, humming them as they walk down the street. That is why it had been 23 years since the studio had said yes to an original movie musical. These guys, Justin and Benj, who were nobodies when we hired them, and we loved them, they were talented, and now they don't talk to me. They've won the Oscar and just won the Tony Award and nominated for 3 Grammys before this comes out. They are the hottest writing team, and they have written music that you could hear on the radio, you could listen to it obviously on stage, and you remember it, and it's toe-tapping.
It is brilliant, and you could have a number one.
Wasn't it the big thing if you were number one at Christmas time?
Oh,
that was
massive.
the big thing, yeah, got it.
Hugh Jackman, number one at Christmas.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
I remember saying to my friend Nicole Kidman when she had a number one hit with the Robbie Williams.
That's right.
She goes, who would have thought? I said, I'm a little jealous,
Yeah.
Nick. Come on.
Absolutely. And you know, we were talking about Barnum being ahead of his time also in inclusivity, you know, making it doesn't matter what colour you are, it doesn't matter what creed you are, it doesn't matter whether you've got a disability, it doesn't matter, we're all the same and we've all got talents, and that again is so very modern.
Very modern idea. He really was one of the first to say what makes you different makes you special. Now he had his critics. Some people thought he was exploiting the bearded lady or the, you know, Tom Thumb or the tallest guy, the largest guy, the oldest woman, and in truth, probably he was wanting to sell tickets at the beginning. But what he inadvertently did was build a family. And Barnum lost his fortune many times. And one of those times, Tom Thumb stepped in and became his business partner and funded his entire circus.
Wow.
That's how much he loved him.
Yeah.
And he created this family, and they lived at his house. I wonder what Mrs. Barnum thought of that. But literally, all of them lived there.
She put up with a lot.
She did.
She put up with a lot, I think. You've surrounded yourself with a fantastic cast.
yeah.
I mean, a really amazing cast. Beautifully, beautifully done. It just was perfect, down to the little girls.
Yeah, well,
You
they're
know,
gorgeous.
they're amazing.
We had a first-time director. I worked with him on a commercial. I knew he would make a great movie. And we brought in, so Michelle Williams plays my wife, Charity, Rebecca Ferguson, who's Jenny Lind, who's phenomenal, Zac Efron, it's his 5th movie musical, and fans are going to love it. I think he's phenomenal in this.
Great.
And Zendaya, who I'll admit I had never heard of when she was put forward, and she, to me, I think could be the biggest star of her generation.
That voice.
Beautiful. Her dancing, her
Unbelievable.
acting, everything. So, and the girls, and Keala Settle, I have a real soft spot for, who plays the bearded lady. She is phenomenal.
She really is.
Yeah, I remember when we were rehearsing, I said, what are you going to do tonight? She goes, I don't know. I'm really worried. I said, why are you worried? She goes, well, I've just left the show because now we're rehearsing. I haven't had a night off in 13 years. I've been on Broadway for 13 years. I don't know what to do.
I've got a night off. What'll I do?
Yeah, and I loved it. One of those veterans, the 8 shows a week,
Yeah.
got her big shot in this movie.
Because you have been there yourself. You know, you've obviously, of course you have. I remember seeing you in The Boy from Oz. I'd want to say 10 years ago, but I think it's 15
maybe 15
years ago,
closer to 15,
maybe something
yeah,
like that. But that was incredible.
Thank you.
This show could transfer to the stage, couldn't it?
It could, and I want first dibs at it. It's a big musical. It was a risk doing an original movie musical. They needed to hear the songs, and rather than send them the script and a tape recorder, Michael Gracie said, no, we need to put on a show. We've got to really make it. So we performed it, and there would have been 80 people. Every single one of them had a checkbook in hand or a decision, or was an executive, and it was like, will we or won't we?
Right.
And he had storyboarded the whole film, Michael, and had done an animatic, which is like a video game version, like a bad sort of cartoon. He'd done an animatic of all the dance numbers, so that while we were performing, they could look at the screen and get a really good idea of what it would look like. We wanted to make sure they knew what was
That's the
coming.
kind of thing Barnum would do.
Put on a show.
Put on a show.
Always put on a show.
Absolutely put on a show. Do you think because La La Land was such a big success that this kind of helped make it a little bit easier for this one?
Definitely. I mean, in terms of getting the movie greenlit, it meant nothing because no one knew that was happening. We actually, our guys who wrote the music did the lyrics on La La Land, but they were hired 2 years after we were hiring them. But I think what La La Land did brilliantly was convince people who may normally say, yeah, I'm not a musical person, to go, oh, okay. And so hopefully, you know, that has paved the way for some people to come to this. This is a movie literally made for everyone. It's deliberately coming out of Christmas because that's when families are together. And it's not easy to find something that everyone likes that actually uplifts.
And you go out of the cinema feeling better and singing the songs.
Exactly.
Hurrah!
Exactly.
Is there anything you haven't done that you would love to do? Because you've done so much and so many different things. Because nobody can say, oh yeah, Hugh Jackman, he does that.
The one thing I thought I would do, the first thing I thought when I came out of drama school was Shakespeare.
Have you not done that yet?
No.
Oh, we have to make that
And
happen.
I really want to do another new musical. Like I did The Boy from Oz.
Oh yeah.
That was 15 years ago. I can't believe it's 15 years, and I want to do that again.
Yeah, that would be good.
I also, I'm greedy, now you've started.
No, it's fine, no, please.
I had my own one-man show, which I did, which is involving 120 people. Still, I'm going to use the phrase because I'm an actor. It's about me. I would love to do that here in England.
Well, I've been saying that to you for ages.
You have.
I have been saying
and
that to you for ages.
I thought I'd get in before you asked me.
I know, because we want to go and see that. We really do. We're coming up to Christmas.
Yes.
Are you going to get some time just to chill? Because you never stop. You're such a trooper.
I am not working this Christmas.
Right.
But Christmas in my wife's family and in my family is not chilling. It's literally about everyone coming together. And for the 10 years, our 4 closest friends, families, have all decided to come down from New York. And so we are literally from 9 o'clock in the morning. This is my wife is the, tour conductor. 9 in the morning till whatever at night, we have activities. It is going to be so much fun. I cannot wait. I kind of love the chaos of Christmas.
Yeah.
My break will be in January.
Well, you're just going to chill?
Yeah.
Can you though? I mean, can you just kind of let it...
I'm good at that.
Yeah.
I'm good at chilling.
You need to?
I can chill in a room with 15 people in it. As I said, I grew up one of 6 kids.
Yeah.
So you guys could be killing each other over there. I'll be over there reading a book, no problem.
Mr. Hugh Jackman, thank you.
Thank you, Lorraine.
It's great to see you.
So
Thank
sweet.
you. Oh, I love you.
You're awesome.